Have you ever tried to do something which was very hard to do? Or maybe you were very lazy to do it. And you know that somewhere in the back of your mind that you were lazy and you could not do it. And why do you do that? Let's break it down conceptually and understand what laziness is, how it affects you, and how you need to do and what you need to do step by step so that it is easier for you to conquer it. Now, what is laziness? That's what we need, right? What is laziness as a whole? See, before it was used for survival adaptation. When you had excess of energy, when you're not hunting, you could have stayed normally, which would have been a lot of sense because you had to do only the tasks which were absolutely necessary. But now what has happened is we have become abundant. We have everything we want, we can do whatever we want, and we couldn't care less about what we need to do or animals. So we are always on the phone, we are always overstimulated, we have fast food, we have quick access to whatever we need, we have always what all we want to have. Always. And there is no stop for it. So because of that you are getting cheap dopamine, which is letting you conserve a lot of energy, which is not being used anywhere, and because of that you are not doing anything productive with it. And because you are not doing anything with it, all the energy is going waste, and all you're doing is putting off one task after another task, and you're not doing whatever you're supposed to do. Now, the next reason why do you have laziness, or what is it? It is fear plus ego and disgrace. Because lazy because you don't want to confront yourself. Do you know why you're lazy? You're lazy because you're telling yourself a story that it is all hard and it is not possible to do it and it is very different. It is that you're basically giving yourself premium excuses to do what you're supposed to do and what you decided to yourself do. Why do people have so many hobbies and they quit? Why do people tell that I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and they end up quitting? Because they give themselves excuses. Excuses is nothing but being lazy. You're being lazy by giving yourself excuses, which is not right, which is wrong. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, you've understood why and what laziness is. Now let's understand with the why. First, neurochemical imbalance. We have been overstimulated to an extent where you don't have place to think in your mind. Your mind is so overstimulated by everything you're doing, fast food, junk, porn, or reels. Always, you're always overstimulated to an extent where you don't know what even you need to do. Your mind is preoccupied always, and because of that you don't want to do what you have to do because you don't know what you need to do, because your mind is preoccupied. As a society, we've always rewarded to do what we're supposed to do rather than think and do it. So you are not used to thinking because you've never been told to think. You have been spoon fed your entire life. Do this, go here, talk like this, read this, write this exam, and you are done. Which is not gonna happen with laziness, because with laziness you need to have facts that this is why I'm doing it, and if I don't do it I'm gonna fail miserably. And that fact you can't face because no one's gonna come spoon feed you that. Now, wrong mental models. You are not having a proper mindset to remove your laziness. Now, what does that mean? You don't have a proper mindset to remove laziness is because you're telling yourself a story. Let us assume you want to go for a run, but you don't want to go for a run. And what is the excuse you give? The weather is not bad. My shoes are worn out. I have a little bit of leg pain, which you actually don't. You're just bullshitting yourself. So basically, you're giving yourself random reasons to do what you're supposed to do just because you don't feel like doing it. And that is where you lose. That is where you lose every single time. Now, so these are the 3 reasons why you do it. And now, how do you understand it and not do it? Coming to that. Rebuild your identity. See, every time when you're doing one of these 3, just pause for a second and see what you're doing to yourself. You know that you're lazy. Somewhere in your subconscious mind, you know exactly what you're trying to do. Just don't bullshit into yourself by telling that, no, I don't have a shoe, so I can't do it. No, you have. It doesn't matter. Running is the core thing. So from next time when you want to do something, just do it. Like, don't fall into the trap of laziness where you're telling yourself that, no, I don't feel like there is time. There is always time. If you want to make time for it, there is always time. The more the time where you give your reasons and excuses for not doing it, you could have actually started doing it. And starting is always 100 times better than thinking about in your mind and giving yourself excuses. Shift how your reward system works. See, you have fallen into this loop where you're addicted to cheap dopamine. You're used to watching reels and your dopamine system is fried because of that. And because of that, you don't know what to expect. And even if you do a task which is very hard, that time you will get a bigger reward. That is how dopamine works. But you're so used to the smaller rewards, you don't know what to do. No, not only that, and friction is your friend. Now, what does that mean? It basically means that whenever you think of doing something, just do it. Within 2 minutes, just do it. You have to not give your time to think. You should not waste your time by thinking that this is what should I do or should I plan it out correctly. No, go do it. Go do it right then and there. And here's a quote I've written: you don't rise to the level of your motivation, you fall to the level of your discipline. Motivation gets you to one place, yes, but discipline gets you where you want to go. Discipline eats motivation for breakfast. You have to make sure that you're disciplined and consistent and not motivated. Motivation is good, but not at the longer run. No, what do you get by changing? You cannot be more miserable than you already are. Now, what does that mean? You have stuff to do, there's work waiting. Even when you're watching this video right now, there are things you need to do, and you're not doing it because you're giving yourself an excuse by watching this video about laziness that you don't want to be lazy. So, what you need to do is go do what you're supposed to do, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Somewhere in your mind, somewhere the task which has been laying on your calendar, or something which you have written that you will do, or a promise you made to yourself, something. You got to do that, man. Now, about having the wrong mental models and your friction being your friend, I'm going to link the videos which I've made before about mental model and friction, which is going to help you. And I hope this video helped you a lot. Please do check out the notes also and my other videos also. Thank you for watching.